Hello and welcome to Rose Red Homestead. We are absolutely delighted to have you along with us today as we talk about salads. This video is going to feature 3 salads. All 3 are going to be fairly quick, fairly easy, and many of the ingredients will come right from our food storage. Well, we have discovered some products that we really love, and one of those is we had never tried, these are Ken's Steakhouse salad dressings. And I know some of you are probably already fans, and we are now a brand new fan of this brand of salad dressings. They are so delicious, and they work really, really well with wedge salads. Wedge salads require iceberg lettuce. I have always loved iceberg lettuce, but it does have some vitamins and minerals, and it has what is really a bonus from my perspective, that crunch, that crispy crunch that just kind of explodes moisture into your mouth. I just love that, and I've always loved iceberg lettuce. So basically, what you do with a wedge salad, as I'm sure most of you know, is with an iceberg lettuce, and I'm looking at the leaf, and it's coming right down here. Now I've pulled out the core, I've rinsed the lettuce so it is clean, and this top leaf, I pulled off the outer leaves and rinsed it, and this one, I'm just following this leaf right down its backbone, you might say. And so here we have 2 halves of iceberg lettuce. Now, most of the recipes say to cut into fourths and have this be the base for your wedge salad. Jim and I don't need this much lettuce. We do an additional cut so that we are using 1/8 of a head, and we set them down this way. Most wedge salads sit up like this. 1/8 we have found is just perfect for us. And so I will be putting these back in the refrigerator in keeper so that the lettuce stays nice and crisp. And we've been eating these wedge salads, testing various toppings for what, Jim, about a week now?
About that.
Yeah, and we have definite likes and definite, not dislikes, but things that we prefer more than others. So I'm putting out here what we have been doing, and then today we're going to try a brand new one. The article that I found recommended Ken's Steakhouse Spicy Italian. We couldn't find spicy Italian in our local grocery stores, but we did find their Northern Italian with basil and Romano. And oh, this is a delightful, delightful dressing. And so we just shake this up and we pour, I don't know, about 3 tablespoons on the lettuce. And then we put the toppings. The topping this particular article recommended was a Snyder's pretzel pieces hot buffalo wing. And so we started with that one, and you know, it was good, it was just fine. These pretzel pieces are coated with a powder, as you can see, because it's sticking to my hand. And they're in larger pieces, so I smashed them a little bit. They're hard as rocks. And while we really liked the flavor, it was a lovely flavor. We like our wedge salads now. We prefer knowing now what we want to have a little bit of a pop to them of flavor. And we liked that one just fine. Now I'm going to rinse my hand just a second. Then we decided we wanted to try a different topping with this same salad dressing. The next thing we used was this organic salad topper by Nature, N-A-T-U-R, Nature Source. We get these at Costco. We discovered these a couple of years ago and bought several bags that we immediately put in food storage, so we have quite a few. And this is a collection of seeds and then dried cranberries, the craisins. And we use this a lot in our salads and for other things as well. I've used it to make bread with, too. And that was fantastic. The thing that I really like about this Ken's brand, compared to the brand that we have used for many years, is that this is a little bit thicker. As it runs over the lettuce, instead of running out on the plate, it seeps down into the lettuce, and so that's a good thing. But that one was absolutely out of this world. And then the next thing I tried was I am making a seeded bread for us, and we've done a video on that, and I've given the recipe so you can, I'll put the link to that video at the end here. But I turned about a half of a loaf of that seeded bread into croutons. Now what happened with those is the croutons don't stick on the lettuce, they roll off to the side. But we just cut up our lettuce and mixed everything together, and we used that everything so far with this Ken's Northern Italian dressing, and we really liked that one. And so we took a vote between the two of us, and we agreed, one of the few times that we agreed, that our first choice of the wedge salad with the Italian dressing was these seeds. Second choice was the croutons, and third choice was the pretzels, which we won't ever use again. They were just hard as rocks and kind of hard on our teeth. But so then I was skimming through some more, and I found another wedge salad recipe that we are going to try today. So this one we haven't tried before, and this did require a trip to the store. But this is a buttermilk dressing I'm just going to open up. Oh, it smells really good. And so I'm just going to put some buttermilk dressing on this and see how it just sticks, which is really nice. And then for the topper here, we're going to use some pomegranate arils. And these are pomegranate seeds with their little coating. And we had to go find these. This, of course, would not really be in our food storage, but we just wanted to try this because they spoil. This would be in our refrigerator. So we're just going to try these. It's going to be pretty, and we're going to see how it tastes. And get some of the dressing. See if I can stick some of the pomegranates to it. The taste of the pomegranate is kind of covered up by the dressing, but I can taste a little burst of that tangy sweetness. It doesn't have this same effect as these others do. It's quite different, but it's good. It's good. So try your wedge salad. Give us some of the ideas that you use for wedge salads, and we'll be back with 2 more clips on 2 different salads that we also hope you will enjoy. Here we go with a second salad. This is a lemony cabbage salad, and I will put the link below. I love cabbage. I think it just gives such a refreshing crunch in your mouth when it's nice and fresh. And this is a slaw type recipe, and I never like slaws that are weighted down with heavy dressings. I like a very light dressing that lets the taste of the cabbage come through. And this one certainly does that, and it is so easy. So here I have, using my mandolin, I have shredded a half a head of just a medium-sized cabbage. And to that, I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of, this is flat leaf lettuce, and this is oregano, 2 tablespoons from our garden. As Jim pointed out, that was not flat leaf lettuce, that was flat leaf parsley, Italian parsley, and then our oregano from our herb garden outside. And then to that I'm going to add the lemon juice, calls for a tablespoon and a half. I've got a couple of tablespoons here. And a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. And then just salt and pepper to taste. So I'm going to sprinkle some salt and pepper on this, and we may adjust this later on. We need a little bit of the salt to soften the cabbage just a bit. And some pepper. And then I'm going to use my spaghetti serving spoon to kind of mix this, because this cabbage is sort of stringy like spaghetti is. So we'll see if this works. Looks pretty drenched in the oil down below. Now I'm going to put the lid on this, and in the refrigerator it goes for 30 minutes. for that salt to work a little bit on the cabbage, and then we'll be back to give it a taste test. Well, it's been 30 minutes. Let's check it out. I have our salt and pepper handy in case we're going to need a little bit more. So I'm just going to take a little taste over here and see what it's like. It's plenty salty. It needs more pepper. The olive oil is a little overwhelming. See if this... The fresh oregano is wonderful. And because of the salt, some of the moisture has drained out of the cabbage, and so it's not quite as crispy, but it works. We're having salmon tonight, and I think this salad will be lovely with our salmon. And this little spaghetti thing worked fantastic to use. Now let me taste it. Better. It's good. I would not say it is out of this world good, but it is really good. And it's a different tasting slaw, which is nice to have some variety as well. And I'm really glad I used a little bit of extra lemon juice. So I would recommend increasing that lemon juice by about a tablespoon as well. So this is our second salad. Third salad coming up. Good morning. Our third salad is avocado salad, and it is a recipe from Pioneer Woman. I actually quite like a lot of her recipes and have done several already on our channel, and will continue to do so when I find some winners. So I have everything all staged. So here is the salt and pepper, the salsa verde. Now this is from the grocery store. Even though I have several pints of salsa verde home canned out in our food storage, I just wanted to compare the taste, so we went ahead and bought this one. I have a couple of limes, 3 avocados, some cilantro, an English cucumber, some green onions, and a couple of tomatoes and some olive oil, along with all the tools and containers that I need to put this salad together. Now, I'm interested to know how much time it's going to take to get everything all chopped and ready. And so that's why I'm showing you everything first. And I'm going to take a break, go off camera, and do the chopping and time it. And then when we come back, I will report that to you, and we will put this salad together. Well, that took 15 minutes and 20 seconds. Not too bad for everything I had to chop here. So let's get this put together. The first thing we do is mix the dressing. And we take...
A demonstration of one of your tools.
It's true.
It works.
I love this tool. Just love, love, love it. And we need... Oh, that smells heavenly. Smells really good. So we need 1/4 of a cup of this. Well, that was a little overshot.
Oh, I wouldn't mind.
So there's our salsa verde. Yes, I was going to put this on the table, honey, when we eat it, so that you can have more if you wish.
That sounds great.
And 1 tablespoon of the lemon juice, of the lime juice. We're going to whisk this together. Oh, smells heavenly. And then I'm going to stream the oil in to emulsify this salad dressing, so that it's nice and thick, creamy. Then I'm going to pour the remaining tablespoon of lemon juice over the avocados. And I'm just going to toss them a bit. And then we're going to add everything else. Tomatoes, onions, cucumbers, cilantro, and give it just another little whip. And the dressing. Then we give it just some pepper, and I use coarse ground pepper for this. No salt, just pepper. And let's see what we've got. Jim and I have been eating salads for lunch lately, and in the hot weather like we're having, it is lovely to have these chilled, wonderful salads. We had the cabbage salad, lemony cabbage salad last night for supper, and Jim just loved it. So that's a stamp of approval. Okay, so time for the taste test. Just a little bit of heaven on earth. It is fantastic. I'm going to add some salt. Oh, it's good. Such a lovely salad. Okay, and again. Perfect. Well, I have to say, this is my favorite. So I hope you have enjoyed this little series of 3 refreshing salads, and they're all really quite low budget, which is what we like to do on our Friday videos anyway. So enjoy, let us know how you like these salads, and you might even suggest some other delightful, delicious, refreshing summer salads. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you very soon for more videos.